We have a swim segment now.
Yes, we do.
Those girls are beautiful.
Their girls are stunning. We have Cuban-Inspired swimsuit fashion show this morning. A Cuban-American designer. This is so cool. Nicole Dirocco is here. Your parents were born in Cuba, and then they immigrated, I'm assuming, to Miami?
Yeah, well, my dad went to Illinois in the dead of winter. And
Why
my mom,
didn't he pick Miami? Do you
well,
ask?
cousins, I know. It was like wherever the family was, that's when they were able to go, and they left in 1959.
Now, what was it like for you? Because you just did a shoot back there. Do your parents, because of Castro and his treatment of people, it must have been sort of weird for your parents. And how did you decide you wanted to pay homage to...
Yeah, I started the line about 9 years ago, and it's always been a soul-searching effort for me to really connect with being Cuban. I've always heard the stories, the black and white photos, and this was my moment to, my journey to be able to reconnect with being Cuban-American.
Wow. What was that like going back to shoot then?
It was very emotional. We actually filmed a documentary about it called Passport Cuba, The Search for Nicolita, and I was actually able to go find my Nicolita girl there and bring my parents back after 59 years that they hadn't been back.
Oh, how fabulous.
So these are Cuban-inspired.
Well, yeah, look at this. This reminds me from the 50s.
Yeah, so this is actually our Hey Sailor one-shoulder tube top. It's one of our most famous styles.
And I don't know if Steve ever told you he was a sailor. Offshore league, remember once?
Oh, in Havana, remember that?
Yeah.
What was her name? I forgot.
Nicolita.
Okay.
She actually, I designed for the Latina curve, so she was wearing one of our hip hugger bottoms. Too.
So that comes right off.
So this is a great little cover-up. So if you want to go grab a drink or a cocktail, even go in the water, it slides right off, and then it covers you up.
You didn't know that.
I wear something like that all the time at home. Did you know that?
Right.
Yeah, so this is a great 4th of July option with staying classic.
Definitely.
What was the famous Havana nightclub? Trocadero? What was it?
No, Tropicana.
Tropicana.
My dad actually lived right across the street from the Tropicana, and he would go to sleep listening to Benny Moré and Desi Arnaz at night. Yeah,
and then they would
incredible.
bring up Benny Moré, which is before most of all the Cuban bands. They'd bring over all the huge American stars, Nat King Cole, people like that.
Yeah, he used to, as a child, just sit outside of his window, and then he would watch the chorus girls walk by and go to rehearsal every day.
I saw Tito Puente and Celia Cruz in Miami in the 90s. That was really
and the family that ran that, the woman who ran it, lived here until, I think she may have passed away recently, right?
No, I believe they still...
she's still here.
Yeah, she's still here.
I know we're
Talk about the suits.
So wait, before that, what about the dinner clubs like the Tropicana and stuff? Why did they just sort of die out? I love that idea.
Well, you know what? They still are running the Tropicana. We actually got to go to a show, and it's in the documentary, too, of my dad being able to go back to his home, and then us, he never really got to go to a show as a child because he was only 18 years old.
So you took him
so we got to go, and he was dancing with the chorus girls. It was so much fun.
Now, how about getting back to these, and I like that you have an office
here.
Well,
I wanted to celebrate a little Cuba style here.
I like that. Now, how much do these suits go for?
Well, they range anywhere from $88 to $160. Okay. So there's a great mix and match options to bring the suits under $100.
So you do that. You can do the different bottoms with the top. I like that idea. And you're not so confined to just one look.
Yeah,
I love the hair on these girls with the flowers. Very Cubana.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a time capsule going there, so it's just felt right to be able to bring 1949 back here.
Oh, how fun! Especially for your parents too.
You know what? That's a good look. I like that.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So are you selling on the web, or is there somewhere we can go in a store?
Yeah, everything. If you go on to mynicolita.com, you could definitely get the whole taste and vibe of Nicolita in 1949. You'll see that we shot over at the Tropicana, backstage, we shot at Copilia.
Are you jealous? You would love to sort of go back in time and do that.
I would love, I'm having fantasies of the music, because I love the music. What we call salsa now is really Afro-Cubano music. And I'm hearing the Lecuana Cuban boys singing Coco Seco, dry coconuts. Yes. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Okay. I just bored everybody.
Steve is Loco Nuts.
Loco Nuts, thank you very much.
Coconuts.
I can't tell, do we have more bathing suits or not? I can't tell from
I like how Roy Firestone stuck around here. There's a fashion.
The
girls are here for that, Roy.
No. Roy heard 1949. So
This is my favorite too, because I love Cuban sandwiches, and I don't know if you can tell, but she's got little sandwicha cubano on her top and a little gingham placemat on her bottom, so she's ready.
There was a place that we used to go to, and we would get midnight sandwiches, a medianoche, and a Cuban coffee. Forget about it.
Latin America? Our side?
It was, maybe it was Latin America.
Yeah, it's the best.
So did you spend time in Miami?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to Miami this Friday, because I'm going to be at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. We're presenting again on the runway.
Oh, and by the way, no one does Fashion Week like Miami because it's so sexy. Is it still topless there, the first 10 blocks?
Yeah.
That's where I used to live. I loved it. Beautiful. Nicolita.com.
I used to be there too, remember, with all the large white breasts, and those are the guys?
Yes! Oh, remember, gross. There's no words.
Okay, that was a long time ago. We'll be back.